It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paycor Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, run! Hey, ginger.
Going to the air right away, Lawrence. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That's to his tight end, Tyler Warren. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
First down. 1st and 10.
Easy. Hey, Lion.
Out of the gun to give to Spears.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
From midfield now, Lawrence. That's complete to Parker Washington.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Lawrence.
Got a man, it's Brown. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
Spears.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, at these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Here we go.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
Still going inside the 20.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Chuba Hubbard his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
24.
Now Lawrence to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. This defense for the Jets, very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line.
Easy. Read it, 44. Read 44. Hey.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Hand off to Spears. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Hey, Ron.
The Spears with another carry. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Tajay Spears, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Jets 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Here we go, son.
Off play action, Fields. Pass complete, George Pickens with it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
Fields now to throw. It's Hill, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, a 22.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now Fields going to run. This is caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Here's Fields on the sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Jets are an extra point away from evening this one up.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here is 3rd and 5. And Lawrence now going to move him around. They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Take right open.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
15-yard line.
Rip, 23.
Right back to Spears. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tajay Spears with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Bengals 21, Jets 14. Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A shotgun snap, Fields. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Nick Benito coming in there to record the sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And going deep for Hill.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Lawrence will throw.
And he comes back with one complete.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Hey, go, go.
Now Lawrence. That is caught. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Parker Washington, 45 yards. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive. And it's been paying off for them so far this game.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, New York.
Now it's Fields. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First down. A gain of 13 yards.
To throw is Fields. Now he's going to step up and run. Looking for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 3:19. Go.
Now Fields. This taken in by Kincaid. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Again, Fields. Now he'll tuck this and run. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Here we go, son. West side, 551, 551, 12 go. Hey, never mind, Monday. Tonight.
Fields. And it'll be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Fields pass. Intercepted. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll start from their own 5, so you'd have to imagine they'll stay conservative. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
The Bengals, first down.
Red on red.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
EQ. Don't jump. Ready? Hey, 10.
Ran it last time. Now Fields to throw. Finds Pickens out right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Back to throw, Fields. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Play action. It's Fields. Open man downfield is Hill. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Right.
Fields going to keep it running right. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right.
Tyreek Hill, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Jets are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Looking to put a drive together. Now Lawrence. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Hey, let's go.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. A short one there, caught by Warren. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. There he goes, right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. That's tough there, starting to mount a good drive. Quarterback lets his guard down for just a moment, and it's going to bite him.
Yeah, and I was just about to remark how controlled the game they were here in this third quarter, but that return for 6 points, we now have a game again.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's good for a Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the Jets' 38-yard line.
Rip, 23.
Lawrence. Now he's going to step up and run. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on third down. Now Lawrence to throw. They'll set up the screen for Spears. Now he's into the clear again. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tajay Spears, 33 yards. And the Bengals answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Elliott good with a PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Jackson on the return. The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
A gain of 14. Here we go. First down, New York.
Here's Fields. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice game. A big pickup of 38.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Out of the gun, Fields. That's going to be caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Dalton Kincaid, 27 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Well, this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It's a gain of 35.
Talk about a momentum shifter right there. Tie game, 4th quarter. These are the plays that win you games. And now defensively, the question becomes, how do you respond?
Here's Lawrence. Now he'll tuck this and run. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Hey, lion.
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Think right open.
Here's Swift. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Hey, go.
And here's a give to Spears. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Tajay Spears, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Elliott good on the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Jets 35.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
From the 50, here's Fields.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Fields now to throw.
His throw incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
A first carry for Rachaad White. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
4th down, Fields has to have this one. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
A give up the middle, Hubbard.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Chuba Hubbard
With his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Rip, 23.
Now Lawrence.
And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Here's 1st down.
The 47-yard line.
Take right. All right, let's go. Hey, center.
Lawrence will throw. A short one there, caught by Warren.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
The 34-yard line.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Throwing now, Lawrence.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Hey, run.
Here's Lawrence. He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 16.
That's another Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
These are 24. Hey, son.
They'll run with Spears.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Hey, tomato. Done.
And now a run with Spears.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. Elliott now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
That's the score. Bengals 49, Jets 42.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go.
Back to throw, Fields. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10. Now Fields. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Here we go.
They snap it to Fields. He'll try to do it himself.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, 19 win. Go.
All eyes on Fields. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll just get rid of it. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. West right zip. 319, just right. No mas.
Here's Fields. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10.
Hey, never mind. Monday. What's right?
They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Bengals
Well, the Giants begin. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Right to the air is Herbert. He rolls to his right. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Back to the air, Herbert escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Lions have a first down.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for the Lions. First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He's going deep this time. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, we're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script. Brock test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
Complete left side. It's just long. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Micah McFadden able to make the play.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Herbert from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. That play good for 17 and a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Now Herbert again. Caught just shy of the goal line. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Herbert back to it after the pick. And the Giants are on him, and he goes down. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play. 2nd down and 19 yards to go after that sack. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. That's completed right side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. Up in tempo with some hurry-up offense.
That's good for the Lions. First down.
1st and 10. Here's Herbert. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And he's quickly taken down with a gain across midfield. They're now to the opposing 47. They'll come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Herbert throwing again. Throwing deep here for the end zone. And he brings it in for the Detroit touchdown. Herbert on 1st down. Finds him over the middle. And the stop will be made as he gets this up to about the 18. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
10 yards. And the Lions to first down.
Throwing now, Herbert. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
That's good for a Lions.
They will not get another play off. We're at the end of one. It's a 14-7 game. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. He put some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. That's going to send him back to the line for second.
Deontay Banks on the coverage.
It's Herbert once more. Finds his man Gray. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
1st and 10, Herbert. Completed over the middle. Herbert pushing his guys to get set quick.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
Back now, pressure coming. A little bit of big completion, Brock, if not for that meddling defender who knocked it away. That sets up 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
That's going to be caught by Cooks. Give him 8 on that one. And that is good for a Detroit 1st down.
And the Lions 1st down.
Herbert to throw once more. Complete over the middle. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6.
Sticking to the air here. He brings it in. And he's in for the Detroit touchdown. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Herbert. Chased out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. After the incompletion, 2nd and 10, still from the 30. Back to the air, Herbert. That's complete to the back, David Montgomery. Able to take this to about the 35. That's a gain of 5 on the play. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Detroit calls timeout, it's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing on 1st is Herbert. And this one is launched downfield. He's got it inside the 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Herbert from the gun. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Dude, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But Annette's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, he's going for it again. And Herbert slides to a stop with enough on that play to move those chains.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He just gets down inside the 35-yard line. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, He's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Sends this to the end zone. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. They just can't finish the play. 2nd and 10 now, Herbert. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
On 3rd down, Herbert. On the move, headed right. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Lions have a 1st down.
First down. It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Detroit.
Working inside the red zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Detroit. The First and 10. Here's Herbert. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So 2nd down coming up. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Gets it to him on the screen. And he picks up a good chunk of yards here. Looks to be about 7. He's up to the 37.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 43.
And the Lions, 1st down.
Running out of the gun with Montgomery. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Herbert on 1st down. There's another one to Williams. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Throwing now, Herbert. To the right, he's got to Slaw. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The Giants using their 1st timeout. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Now Herbert again. And no look there, that throw falls to the ground.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Back to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Doesn't look like it has the leg, and it falls well short of the... First and 10, Herbert. And he got there in time. He's taken down. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Lions leading by 7. Need to get that yardage back and a little bit more, too. It's 2nd and 14. They're going to pass it here. Catch made left side by Laporta. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid third down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Set. 380. Bring it up. Set.
Looking to throw. It's on target to Williams. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. Offense is set. 1st and 10.
First down. Set 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's 2nd down.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Set. Bring it up.
Back to the well again. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. They give it to him again. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on because one-on-one...
Oh, no, the ball is loose. And they jump on top of it. Ooh, a clutch recovery to clean up the mistake this late in the game. After a fortuitous recovery, this will be 2nd down.
380. Run.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. He'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. And that completion gets him up to 400 yards in the football game. No, it's a tough mark to reach, but one that every quarterback takes pride in being able to reach, or at least challenge every so often. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal.
Set. Set.
Here he is to throw. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game.
Herbert sacked. A loss of 8 yards.
All right, got a timeout here. Just 8 seconds remaining in our ball game. All right, get that popcorn ready. It's 4th and goal late.
Set. 380. Run. Set.
He'll look to throw it. And that is the catch that should end this game and see him. Lions get the win on the road. And they're continuing to survive among the final remaining unbeaten teams across the NFL as they're now up to a 3.